I can't believe what I'm seeing. So Bitcoin is going down. All the cryptos are down. 2, 3, slowly bleeding. But it's not only crypto. We have 700 billion eliminated from the US stock market just yesterday. S&P is now projected to fall below 6,775 this month. If you look at this, the S&P erased all these 2026 gains, and one of the biggest reasons seemingly is the escalation in the Middle East. Trump coming out yesterday saying if you don't make a deal, it will be very bad day for Iran. But I also think it's going to be a very bad day for the markets. Now the ETFs on Bitcoin, you know, we've been talking about them and how cool and whatever. They has fallen by 50%, 195 billion. AUM is asset under management, AUM, asset under management, how much cash or how much value they're holding, 195 billion in October 6th, down to 95 billion to date, which is an absolute carnage, but still 95 billion held in crypto ETFs, which is still substantial. But as Andrew says here, based on your trading data, the market is at 4 years minimum in terms of activity and liquidity. So that means that we didn't have this level of, you know, devastation for at least the past 4 years, which is crazy considering all the innovation that happened. And I said it multiple times, and I'm gonna say it again, if Bitcoin can't catch a bounce here, I'm going to lose a little bit of faith. Now we're hanging over that a little bit. I'm still long, but unfortunately this seems to be the magnet. I'm gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about a bunch of other things. I'm gonna talk about the news. If you don't know who I am, my name is 𝗏𝗏. I do these 5 to 10 minute daily updates here. Even if the market is down as shit, we're getting stopped, we're making profits, I'm here every single day. If that's something that you want to enjoy and you wanna make 4% profit a month, so you can accumulately make 100x your wealth in the next 10 years. That's the 100x Club, so subscribe to the channel. Let's get going. A couple of things that I want to note here. One of them is that I'm long. Now, I had this video, and I'm not dying on this hill. I got so many hating comments, and that's fine. But I'm not dying on this hill. I had this will be on my biggest trade in February. I do stand by this fully. I do stand by it because what I said there is that the risk reward here, if I have taken a long position here, my stop loss would be $1,000. And I got myself a bit-funded challenge, which is a prop firm, and I basically just said, I'm going to use this as my stop loss. The account cost me $1,000. I actually got another account for free. So it's actually $500 at 2 shots to make this. And if I'm right, I'm not only making $1,500, but I'm actually going to unlock a $100,000 account. It makes complete sense, and I didn't change. If you look at the total market cap or Bitcoin, there's a 15-minute market structure, the V-shaped recovery after massive bleed, and we're just getting back into that order block. So if you look at this order block down here, we're just getting in there. This is last resort. I know that. I can't believe that perfect setups like this don't work. I'm not gonna go back because if you watch the ways these are designed, you have to come back every day, right? You have to come back every day and watch them. So I'm not gonna elaborate more. But if you've been here, I explained how this is a perfect setup. And if this last resort here doesn't hold, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like if this doesn't hold, like if this level here at 59,900, 6,000 doesn't hold, I mean, we're going like 50, 49. Yeah, somewhere here, guys. We're going down to like 50,000. Unfucking believable. I can't even believe. But it is in the cards. So taking a short here, I see so many smart asses in the comments. Taking a short here doesn't make any sense, to be very honest with you, because the structure here is bullish. So that means that if you're taking a short here, you're basically shorting into a very strong demand zone that resulted in a 20% pump in Bitcoin. So like you're being a retard. I would not short this here. But longing does make sense. And again, like I've been a bear for a long time. You know, I've been saying this since October is down, and we should be shorting the bounces. But if you have something like this where there's nothing to, what do you short here? You know, like when this AMD played out, I thought it was going to come back to 50 and bounce, and it did. And now it broke below this hourly because of all the Iran tension. We would be so much higher if that didn't happen. So considering all this, I'm still long. I'm still keeping my long open, my Bitcoin long. It's down about 6% from my entry. It's a calculated trade. I actually do have it here open. Again, on Bitcoin, I'm down 4.5 grand on it. Let me just refresh this page. You can get this deal, by the way, on Bitfunded if you want to. No, it's not the one. Hold on, let me just see. It's this one. So you can still get this challenge if you want. You can get an account and you get one lower. This is nowhere you can find this. We're the only one on Bitfunded that offers this. It's a one-step challenge, which is easier to pass. So so you can check it in the description. But I'm down $4,800. So my stop loss obviously is 9,000. So still have way to go. But if I am correct and this starts going back up, I'm going to get a $150,000 challenge or account. If I'm wrong, then I'm just going to take the stop loss that I would have taken on my other account. So I have this open. I'm not closing it. My liquidation price or where it's going to become an issue. I don't even have a stop loss because I sacrificed the account for this. But I think where it's going to start becoming an issue is going to be around $60,000. Yeah, about $59,000. Yeah, about 59,500. Yeah, exactly, 59,500. So if we get down there, I am going to lose this and get stopped, and that is what it is. But ultimately, I am not closing. I'm not budging. I still stand with whatever I said on this video, and I do think that it makes a lot of sense. That's a different story. I actually lost one. I had one stop loss on Hype, so it's a different story with other accounts or assets. Like if you look here, we longed here. You know, like I longed this here and then get stopped out. Like even off the top, it's 20% down from our stop loss is down another 10%. So like again, this is, if you look at this is why it's kind of unbelievable. This is an elevator up and a massive staircase down. This is a long. Like if I would want, actually, this would make sense at 20%. It would still make sense to actually take a long position here. Actually, it would make a lot of sense. I might actually get another account for myself until the deal lasts and just do this, you know? And just manage risk, make sure that this is going to be a 10%, so it's not more than your actual stop loss. And it's 1 to 4. Guys, it has to go back. Like again, like this is why it's kind of like tiring, because the chart is screaming long. Everything looks fantastic, and then the things keep dumping. It can't happen. Like there has to be a bounce at some point. And either you just sit out and wait for that bounce, and that's also fine, or you just have an opportunity where you can pass an account, and I'd rather choose the later. So Hype is going to be another one that I'm going to take, not now, but I'm going to see how this plays out. Ultimately, I'm actually just going to wait for a higher high here. Higher high would be forming on a 15-minute at around 65,000. If that's happening, it's game on. I might get another challenge just to open it on Bitcoin, because I do think it has a better chance of going. Otherwise, with all the Iran tension and the Chinese New Year happening for another 5-6 days, yeah, it's not looking good, but I'm keeping it. Other thing I wanted to tell you, DeFi app, I have invested in this. You might know it because in January, I have made this on the daily update. I talked about this, and I said that it could be a great buy. It was at 22.7 cents. Now it's up at about 3. So you would have been, it was down here. You would be up about 30, whatever, 12, 4, what is it? No. We'll be up about, about 12, 13% since then. But the first time we talked about this down here at like 16 cents, it's up about 100. So very, 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 very strong token. Great team as well. But they have something they asked me to tell you, and that is that they have a revenue sharing going on. You can earn 43% of the trading. So DeFi app is basically an everything app, just like similar to Phantom, but you can do everything. Stake, swap, you can do all kinds of DeFi activities on the DeFi app. It's like designed so a grandma can do it. It's actually pretty cool, and they do have this whole blog. We're gonna link in the description that you can read how you can actually invite friends and earn 43% of what they trade on chain. Now I know that on chain activity is very low. I do have actually a bot that I set up on Home. This is, funnily enough, this is the only bot that I have in profit on the short term. So if you have taken this, I think it's a great bot. I might consider closing it at some point. It's at 20%. I'm going to let you know, but ultimately go and check them out. They do have this campaign running, which is pretty cool. And other than that, guys, I mean, just keep at it. All I can say is I'm here every single day. We monitor the markets, we see opportunities, and this will pass. 4 years. If you're here, I can tell you one thing: 4 freaking years erased. Innovation, advancement in adoption, whether it's on the global level. 4 years ago, 2022, the Pico bear market, we didn't have this kind of inactivity. So if you're here, please don't leave. I know it's difficult, I know it's tough, but again, with Bitfunded as well, the data just came in. Actually, using people who watch us and pass the challenges with our help, a 34% higher chance of passing. This is data based on the global average, so 34% higher chance of actually passing if you watch us. So there is opportunities. You can buy an account for like $70 and get 50,000 unlocked or whatever that might be. You have to check $300. So there is opportunities. Even if you think you don't have money and whatever, just wait, because market will come back. It's just time, and we're going to start pivoting as well a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of Forex maybe. We're going to do a little bit of commodities maybe. So just please don't leave. That's all I can say. Because if you're here, I promise you, you are going to make it long term. Guys, truly appreciate you. Watch this video. It's going to be the one when I talked about the AMD, a strategy that I use. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.